Hey, it's Mariah. I'm going to do this video about what are the 10 lamest superheroes. So, the 10th lamest superhero is Cypher. He was a member of the New Mutants, which was an affiliate of the X-Men. They were the young mutants that were being trained by Professor X and the rest of the X-Men in the 1980s. Cypher's mutant ability was to basically decipher anything. You know, like languages and secret codes and stuff. Yep. That was it. He was pretty much a translator. Furthermore, he was just this little guy who didn't have any fighting skills. To put it bluntly, poor Cypher was like worthless during battle. When it came to defeating Galactus, he wasn't going to be much good, but if the X-Men's Mansion's DVD player manual was only in Japanese, Cypher was your man. Yeah. It's probably not any surprise to you that Cypher was like killed off and never brought back. Yet for some reason he remains a fan to this remains a fan favorite to this day. I can be Cypher. Like here. Mechance patrons or something like that. Yeah. I can translate that. It's horrible bosses. Yeah. That gets my puppy dad. The 9th lamest superhero was the Red Bee. He was like appearing in the 1940s hit comics #1. The Red Bee was basically your powerless vigilante type character. However, instead of wearing a cool costume like Batman or like Superman, the Red Bee opted for like a red pirate shirt with pink fluffy sleeves and like red and yellow striped tights. It's like a girl. However, what made the Red Bee truly lame wasn't just his eyesore of a costume, but the fact that he fought crime with the aid of a trained bumblebee. That's right. Yeah. You heard that, yeah. A trained bumblebee named Michael that lived in a compartment in the Red Bee's belt buckle. It's a little weird. A freaking trained bumblebee. Like, how do you train one? Like, is that even possible? And named Michael? Like, really? So like, unless the Red Bee's villains were like allergic to these things, he wasn't much good. So, yeah. Kind of like, oh look, it's a bumblebee. It's Michael, look. And yeah, he's like buzzing along. Oh look, it's a dog. He's allergic to bees. A sting, yelp. Red Bee sucks. Now we have Brother Power the Geek. I mean, like, that's a lame name already. But, yeah, so, in the late 1960s, Captain America, creator Joe Simon created Brother Power the Geek in the pages of Brother Power the Geek #1. Brother Power was a mannequin that was hit by lightning. I would think he'd melt, because mannequins are like plastic, but anyway, he came to life with super strength and other limitless magical powers. Also, since he was a dummy, you couldn't kill him or even really hurt him. Essentially, Brother Power is more powerful than even Superman. I mean, a fight between Superman and Brother Power the Geek. Brother Power could like technically win, considering that his powers were untapped and Superman can be harmed by magic. Anyways, Brother Power lived amongst the flower people, which is really stupid, and preached love and peace and fought against the man and the establishment. Brother Power made an attempt to run for president, but was accidentally shot into space in the pages of Brother Power the Geek #2. While the story was to be continued, it wasn't completed for over 30 years. After 2 issues, Brother Power was cancelled, making it the fastest cancelled comic from a major publisher. Brother Power eventually made his return to Earth in the 90s, in a well-written story by Sandman's Neil Gaiman in A Swamp Thing. Was later featured in a very well-written and received Vertigo Visions. One shot. Once again, it may not be surprising that the two issues of Brother Power the Geek and are cult favorites and very sought after books. As you can tell, I got bored just saying that. That one was the part we're not going to do anything for it. I'll show you a picture. Like, okay, so that's him. Isn't he ugly? Like, look at, he's just kind of normal, but he's not the prettiest. Next we have Matter Eater Lad. Not number 7, the worst, like the lamest. He should get the award for the worst superhero name ever. Like Matter Eater Lad. She's saying Lad. Like, what kind of superhero is that? His character is from the Legion of the Superheroes. He has the power to eat through any substance, which is ew, like gross. Stop it. For my dog. Like, this is gross, and apparently it's called super eating. It's like, oh look, there's a big sandwich, I'm gonna go eat it. That's what you think super eating would be, but no, you can eat through anything. Like, you can eat through wood. Like, if you had to get through a steel door with a lock and you just couldn't get through it, get him, and he could eat through it. Like, that's just gross. Grody. Like, when you say that, like, could he eat through, like, acid? Like, solid acid, if that actually ever happened. I'm not the smartest here. Like, could he eat through it? Or, like, rock? Gross. Oh my gosh. What if it was a LAWL and McDonald's hamburger? That's just gross. Because those, like, they're gross. So, yeah. Ew. Don't like him. Ew. Gross. Number 6 is Dog Welder. Weird name. It sounds like he, like, welds dogs and stuff. But actually, he does. His power is to... He's like a crazy guy. He welds dogs into people. Like, no, you don't do that. Like, imagine this cute little guy. Imagine this cute little guy as a person. Like, seriously. No, you just don't do that. Like, it would suck if that happened to you, but, he was a character in the Earth, Ennis, whatever, how you pronounce that, Hitman series. He was part of the superhero team known as Section 8, which was a brand of these crazy guys that fought crime in rather insane ways. Which makes sense, because he's Dog Welder. It's like going like, Dog Welder! Sorry. Like, what if a dog was, like, barking and barking and barking, and you just got mad and you just welded it? That would just suck the dog. 5 is, Arm Fall Off Boy. His power was to detach his left arm and use it as a club. Which is really gross. Like, what if, like, somebody just came up to you and, like, took off their arm and just beat you with it? That would just be gross. Yeah. He was the Legion of Superheroes. He was in the Secret Origins number 46, 1989. So, yeah, just really stupid. This is gross. No, you just don't do something like that. Like, ew, like, look at this picture. It's gross. Like, look. Ew. We're halfway there. Let me vibe. It sounds like music, like, it's like, whoa, listen to the vibe. It's like hippie-ish. But anyway, 1983. It was breakdancing was, like, huge then. Like, huge. Like, huge. Like, it's like, so, it's like huge. Like, I have no words to describe it. Like, Spanish for doing it. Anyway. Anywho. Vod moonwalked his way into the Justice League and had fairly good powers. With the power to create shockwaves, much like an earthquake. But it's just, no, I just don't think he's really the best person. Okay, now we have number 3, the Legion of the Super Pets. I mean, if there was a unicorn here, it would not be lame at all. So yeah, It was in the late 1950s, early 1960s. They just kind of got weird. They introduced all these super intelligent animals with the same powers as Superman, who all wore red capes. It's like Superman as an animal. Like, just, okay, imagine Superman. Like, close your eyes and imagine Superman as an animal. Any animal. But this animal has the same superpowers as him and has a red cape on. Like, so we have, Beppo the super monkey, Streaky the super cat, Comet the alien horse, there's one more. But yeah, that's just messed up. Like, animals as Batman, or Superman. Number 2, Zan from the Wonder Twins. Okay, so do you remember the Wonder Twins from the Super Friends cartoon? Okay? I don't know, I've never really watched it, I just heard of it. Zan and Jaina were these alien twins who, Jaina could turn into an animal while Zan turned into a water element. So while Jaina could be a gorilla or a rhino or a cobra, Zan who was inspired accidentally by Donny Osmond, could become a bucket of water, or an ice cube. But ice cube solids, technically. To say the least, Zan wasn't much good when it came to saving the world. I mean, like, what would happen to Zan if she was faced with doomsday? Get it? Doomsday, wet, ha, ha, ha. Get it? Ha, ha. Well, sorry, Zan. It's not going to stop him. However, if the Super Friends ever fought the Wicked Witch of the West, Zan would be your man. He could, like, turn himself into, like, a bucket and then just melt her. Yeah, whatever, he's boring. He's purple. He has a Z on his chest. He's purple. I mean, I love purple. Like, don't get me wrong, but he looks like a girl. Like, he's dressed like a girl. Like, look at hee. See? Like, he's like a weird thing there. I don't know what that's called. And he's like a leotard. The lamest superhero in history will be Aqualad. Okay, so you know how, like, you can pick on Aquaman as being lame? Everybody does that. But imagine being his, like, sidekick. Like, it's like the Teen Titans. Like, it's like Robin going, okay, everybody, how was your week this week? This week, Batman and I stopped the Joker from causing mass genocide. What did you do this week, Speedy? Speedy says, this week, Green Arrow and I shook down some crooked politicians that joined a peace rally, stopped some racist cops, and fed the homeless some of Green Arrow's famous chili. How about you, Donna? And then Wonder Girl was like, wow, me and Wonder Woman flew to Mount Olympus in her invisible jet and had a special meeting with Zeus and other gods of Mount Olympus. How about you, Aqualad? And then, okay, so this part's funny. Aqualad's like, me and Aquaman stopped some dolphins from getting into a hydro dam. Kid Flash is like, wow, you suck, Aqualad. Furthermore, Aqualad has this really dumb-looking perm, making him, like, look like a poodle and, like, a Brady Bunch. Like one of the Bradys. And thanks for coming on, Aqualad. Yeah. So, that's it. Those are the 10 lamest superheroes ever made. Yeah, like, surprised I know this, but, yeah. For wondering, I was reading it off the computer. I was like, what is reading it? I googled it. But it's actually pretty interesting. I hate stupid people. Yeah. I mean, I never really took the time to watch the movies, read the comic books and stuff. But this is pretty interesting. Just the names and stuff. Yeah. Bye!